Ubiest of the tubiest, the best YouTube subscribers on the planet. That's you, and I'm 50 plus.
And Ramon.
He's a lucky guy. Hey man, how's it going?
We're going good.
Yeah. So you want to be a flatbed driver, huh?
Yeah.
A lot of people say that.
Yeah.
They sit right there. They go, "I want to be a flatbed driver." And I go, "Okay." You know, let's see how it work out. And then
2 weeks in.
Oh man, they drive like this. I'm like, "Man, you all right?"
I want to go home.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not that bad. Not all of them do it, but about 93%. Yeah.
Just about.
Yeah, you haven't done that so far, so I think you're gonna be all right, right?
Yeah, I feel good. I like it.
So what made you decide to do flatbed of all things, man? I mean, you've done some other stuff, but
Flatbed. I mean, reality. It was just the highest paying starting job, like no experience.
mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, my brother would tell me all the time, "Oh, I fucking hate driving."
Yeah.
He said he just sits in the car all day.
Yeah.
And the only thing he gets to drive in the city all the time because he's a local driver.
Yeah.
And so he gets in crazy situations sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
But besides that, he was like, "Man, I wish." Because he started when he was like 25.
Yeah.
And I'm 21. And he was like, "I wish I was your age and I did over the road just to get that experience, just to see the world," he said.
Yeah.
But he was like, he's excited for me more than I am to get into flatbed.
Yeah.
But it wasn't really for him or for anyone. It was just, the main reason was it paid more.
Mm-hmm.
That was the main reason.
Yeah.
And I didn't think it would be too hard.
Right.
I just be strapping that, because I ride dirt bikes, so I would strap things down all the time. I would strap down my dirt bike, my side-by-sides, my Can-Ams, my quads, all that. And so I was like, it can't be that hard. It's not rocket science or anything like that. But in orientation, they made it seem really complicated with all these rules.
Well,
but no, it was, once you got the rules down, like everything has an exception, but those are far and few between from what I've seen.
Yeah. Well, you've been a little bit coddled with me.
Oh yeah,
Because
that's what I've heard from other drivers.
Yeah. Now, a lot of it has to do with the methods I use to talk a strap, but outside of that, because I'm regional, I get a lot of the same stuff. A lot of the stuff that I get is square. Some of it is layered, but most of it isn't. I do a lot of roofing insulation. I do a lot of shingles.
Bricks.
We got brick now. Things like that. I don't do a whole lot of things where I have to chain. We may do a couple of coils. Or
I was excited to get a Caterpillar, but it wasn't.
Yeah,
it was just some parts.
You're right. Now, this is not a hard and fast rule, okay? But generally speaking, if it's a painted thing, they don't want chain on them.
Yeah.
Because it's a painted product, they kind of want to keep it looking like it's supposed to look. But there's other ways to secure it. Or it will have a designated ring area.
Gotcha.
Okay.
To put a teardrop through.
Yeah. Okay. And AC units. Okay. We did AC, and we threw straps over them, right?
Yeah, but where it said to throw straps.
Exactly. There's locations on there, but there's also AC units where we have to use chain. And remember, I think I showed you something that has a little eyelet at the bottom that tells you where to put those. And so the experience that guys get in orientation has a lot to do with the loads that you're going to get, and you can get a variety of them. And so during orientation, they try to give you a variety of loads to kind of expose you to a lot of different things. But you can only get the theory because loads are not the same. You might get now some of the stuff that I get is the same, like drywall or roofing, shingles, brick. I mean, this stuff is standard. Okay, but you can get a roofing you can get a roofing load, and it would be rolled roofing. Some rolled roofing is laying horizontal, okay, and they're stacked like this, and some of them are stacked like a pyramid. You can get rolled roofing and it's standing up, and it's all secured different.
Right.
Okay, so it could be some challenging things, but what you're trying to learn right now is the theory of securement. That way, when you look at something, you will apply the theory, not that picture that you have in your mind that it's supposed to be. The theory is, I need the first 5 feet, I need to have 2 straps. Then we go to the ass of the trailer, and then we do the last 5 feet. Now, let's figure out what we're going to do in the middle. But we got that part done, and then you just kind of work your way through it, keeping all of the wedges in the middle. I've said that to a lot of guys, and then I say, okay, go after it. And then I'll wait. Then they say, I'm done, I think. And I go out and I go, wait a minute, did you put the 2, you need one here, you need one there, where are all your wrenches? And then they are all outside of the straps. That's the unstrappable, right? Right, and I say, hey man, remember I told you, first 5 feet, last 5 feet, make sure all your winches in the middle. Okay, so now you won't start working toward the middle, you won't have any issues. But after you've done those 2, then you just stand back and look at it and you say, okay, how many individual pieces? Because every individual piece have to have securement. Okay, and then how are you going to spread out the weight of your straps? So, if a strap has 5,000 pounds on, let's just say that's 5,000, just to be simple math, right? You have 5,000 pounds of force pushing down and right under that strapped area, right? Well, we need to spread that out because we're not going to get just that little bit. Sometimes we use V-boards or whatnot, and of course you're distributing that weight, not concentrating it. So that's why we use these others, right? And so you're looking at this thing and you're deciding what is the best way to put as much even pressure, spread that pressure, that 5,000 pounds of pressure across as much of that load as you can, because only a few feet down there's going to be another one. Okay, so we want to try to if you could take a mental radar picture of this load. You want to be able, and then the pressure points of the straps coming down is colored. What you would want is to step back and envision the entire load colored by the pressure of those straps. And then wherever you think, well, it's going to be a hole there, well, you need to throw another strap. Gotcha. You see? And so, it is a little bit of theory to it, and hopefully you'll get a lot of that in orientation, but if you don't, you can get it in. But it's a little bit different than, strapping down your Yamaha, because a Can-Am, what's that? Because and chances are you're not gonna get pulled into a weigh station because your load is not right. I actually when I was started in New Year's Day, and maybe that was it late January, early February, so it was only not even a month and a half here. I actually had brick, and I got pulled over here in Texas by a DOT officer, and he said, "You have one strap on this load, and you either need a bulkhead or two straps." And the brick that I was carrying, when I showed you where the bricks are separated, you know, the brick that I was carrying was in stacks about that wide, and that one stack in the front had to have two straps on it.
You can barely fit one on it.
Yeah, the strap, the winches was touching. You know, how the hell am I going to do that? You know, I would have never thought that I had to figure that out. You know, but you know, I had to. You know, and that is unsecured.
What'd you have done, or what'd you do? Did you do like an X strap in the back?
You know, and this is on the front. This is the first,
okay.
The first load. Okay.
Yeah.
Actually, what I done was threw another one right next to it, and then I had the winches. They was almost touching there, in order, but it was two on there, and he was happy. You know, yeah. But you know, I learned a lesson. You know, and you have to have two in the first 5 feet. Now, I came from, you know, doing refrigerators and dry van trailers, so I just got into flatbed, and so you know, you're gonna make a mistake here and there. That mistake doesn't have to be tragic, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you always have other people to help you out, like safety, or myself.
Did your trainer never use bulkheads either?
I came to Melton as an experienced driver. I went to orientation, and they handed me the keys to this truck. I've been in this truck since 2 weeks after orientation. Yeah. By the way, it's raining, so you guys get to hear the raindrops. But anyways, enough about me yapping. So what's your goals? What are you planning? What do you want to do?
Well, goal is get experience in general.
Yeah.
This doesn't have to be flatbed. Could have been dry van, but get a local job eventually in California. So I'm looking 6 to a year.
Yeah.
Or either working with Melton, or preferably working with the same company throughout that 6 months, year, just so that they don't think I'm company hopping or whatever they want to call it.
Yeah.
And you know, keep a clean record. That's the main goal. Keep a clean record the whole way.
Yeah.
And then hopefully get a local job in California.
Well, I can tell you this. If you stay here for any extended period of time, at Melton for any extended period of time, I'm going to tell you right now, there's not going to be a company in trucking that would not hire you. Yeah. I'm telling you. I'm not, I don't.
You're not just saying that.
I don't just say stuff, man.
Yeah,
it doesn't
you've been shooting me straight
me
the whole time.
Yeah, it doesn't benefit me, but I'm telling you this. Test the waters and see what I'm telling you. Test the waters, see if what I'm telling you ain't true. All you have to do is say, I drove a year or 6 months, whatever, for Melton. Oh yeah, come on, right now. I'm telling you, I'm not shitting you.
Okay.
I'm not shitting you. And you know, it's an amazing thing. You know, I kind of get it. You know how there's a lot of guys come and then they with us for a while and then they bail. Okay, and you know, and I get it, because if you've been here for a little bit, man, so many doors open. I don't get it. Yeah, I mean, I do get it, but it's, you know, people start dangling that carrot in front of you. Yeah. You know, but because you drove here, bro. Anywhere you want to go.
So everyone sees Melton as like a top tier safety driver company. No doubt.
I mean, everything is taught
in-house?
Well, it's yes, but when you're taught to secure, you know what they tell you to do
Over secure?
every time, and
Well, there's no such thing as over secure.
Yeah, and and that's how we do it, and everybody does it that way. If you do it the Melton way, you're gonna be fine. But industry wide, they understand that.
Like
and it works out really well. I'm not telling you, get yourself ready to go. I'm just telling you to think about that. Why is it that companies look for Melton drivers? Obviously, Melton must be doing something damn good, right? It must be. Yeah. And so, let's think about it. But, it's difficult with that local thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's hard for a trucking company to deal with right there, boy. That is a niche, that local stuff, man. And that's why a lot of guys, they want that local thing. I get it. But
you're home every day?
Yeah, that's it. Well, and we're gonna make another video. We're gonna talk about orientation. How your visit, how your process was with the orientation and all that good stuff. A lot of people come here, man. They like to hear that information. You want to do that?
Yes, sir. Sounds like a plan.
When we come back in the next video, orientation. Here we go. Deliver undistracted. Here's your boop. Boop.